That's basically a cash flow statement. I don't know if you want to build that into this procedure, but certainly a P&L statement and a balance sheet should be included in your statement.
I think doing a comparative balance sheet would solve the issue from having to do a cash flow statement, because you'd have a profit and loss. You'd have a balance sheet comparative. So let's say it was November 30th and December 31st compared. You'd see the changes that were listed on there, and then you'd see the profit and loss, the net income from that. I think that would work.
Yeah, I think that, Mr. Chairman, that I think we're on the right track. The only reason why I'm sort of putting questions forward is I want to know how you've dealt with the $1.7 million.
With what?
With the what do you call it? The
Atlantic
gateway
broadband
fee. I want to know how you dealt with the gateway fee on the balance sheet.
So I think what I'll do then for the December meeting, I'll go ahead now. We're just going to have 2 pages from now on. But we'll go ahead and we'll add in the balance sheet, so that way it's presented on there. We'll do it on a comparative basis, so the next one will be November 30th to December 31st.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, perfect.
Because this is a large organization, not a peanut operation. This is big.
Understood. Yeah, we'll go ahead and add it to the report.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. A happy and a healthy new year to you all. My name's Ed Grossman. Sebastian, I think you're doing a very nice job.
Well, thank you, sir.
I would also add, I would suggest that anybody comes up to the mic like this gentleman, I'd like him to introduce himself and make known who he is. He asked some very salient questions.
All right, that was Americo Meneguzzi. He just happens to be the treasurer of my association.
Well, I'm glad you have a good man there.
And he is a CPA.
I was going to suggest he had to be, being a CPA myself. And I know everybody here is not necessarily interested in the minutia. Everybody says, well, how much is it going to cost me at the end of the day? But I think his points are well taken, Sebastian, and I'm sure you're using some sort of program. And I think that what he's suggesting is quite right, including the cash flow statement. Because when you're talking to most of us, this is not our strength. And so a summary like a cash flow statement, I think, is very, very important. A question was asked at the last meeting, and it became too technical for us. I think this is the same gentleman who was supposed to visit you, and he was going to ask about the handling, which his question, which you were unaware of, was absolutely right. So I don't know if that was resolved, because in the past, not to just beat my own horn, I felt that the money we got was contingent. And I still feel that the money we got is contingent, because if it doesn't come through, we got money in advance, which may not in the end belong to us. And one of the questions was asked, and we took a $35,000 reduction in the fee to CSI, and you said you were unaware of what the contract was and how it would be paid. My feeling is the only reason they gave you that deduction, it was prepaid, so that the contract, which I haven't seen with CSI, called for periodic payments. Or else why would they have given you a $35,000 gift? No one does that. They wanted the money up front. And I don't know if we actually calculated the present value of the money they gave us against the discount. Because an old guy named Baron de Rothschild once said, cash is king. So in my case, I like to have the cash, because tomorrow you don't know what's going to happen. This ceiling could fall in, and we're responsible to replace it. But otherwise, I appreciate that. You have a happy new year, too.
Well, I just wanted to say something. There's 7,854 homes here, and you want a cash flow statement? No problem. I don't think that there makes any additional work or anything to add that in there, and I don't think it hurts to have it in there. I think that the people that read and understand the comparative balance sheet and the cash flow activities, I think will benefit from having it. So I think having it doesn't hurt at all.
Okay, then, I think that's very nice.
Perfect. Yeah.
In response to one of the neat little technical questions you brought up, we do indeed have a detailed present value statement, and we'd be more than glad to let you have a copy. The computation was made,
As long as it was made, I'm just saying, we didn't know that.
okay.
I may make one other suggestion, and I'm over the limit. At one point in my illustrious career, I was the accountant for a union in New York, and at the end of the fiscal year, I had to get up and go through every single item on the financial statement. And these were working people. It was the painters union. And I think that can't hurt us.
All right. Obviously, as we've heard, accounting can get a little complicated. And we're not here to put people to sleep. Anyone who is interested in detailed investigation into the finances will please make an appointment with Sebastian and Eddie, and they'll go over anything you want to go over. Line by line, penny by penny. Americo.
Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to respond to this gentleman. I did have a meeting with, on December the 7th, with Ed Black and with Sebastian part-time and with Morris Wallet, who's the vice president of our
Well,
association. The question, how is the deferred income handled in the books? That's unearned income. That's the gateway fee with Comcast and Atlantic. The answer, we only record the liability but not define it in the reserves. Comcast, as of December 31st, 2015, had a balance of $824,320 outstanding. And I noticed that on the balance sheet that we've got here in the notes from the auditor that they have reduced it, okay? So it was handled okay. Now, you raised the issue about the installments being paid in advance. I reviewed that as well because it's my money like your money, okay? Pardon me. It's my money like all of our money. And the $36,000 discount was beneficial to us. I had asked what was the present value or the interest rate that we actually, the answer wasn't very clear, but I calculated it myself because what happened was that we were to pay, okay, as of August the 20th, as of August 2017, let me go back one step. No? Okay. I'll leave it at that. It was fine, Mr. Chairman.
As I say, it gets complicated. Americo, come in, make an appointment, and they'll go over it with you. I guarantee it, line by line.
No, I'm satisfied, Mr. I will come in though, but I'm
Okay.
satisfied that the financial affairs of the corporation here are in good hands. They are.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Are there
Thank
any
you,
more
everyone.
questions for the treasurer? You got anything else, Sebastian?
No, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. All right. We're going to hear from our distinguished guests now. Please be brief. We have an absolute cap of 3 minutes each. And I think we'll start with the Inspector General, John Kerry. And all of the guests that are here, we want to get your name in the minutes, and we want to spell your name correctly. Make sure we have a card with the secretary here. Thank you. John?
Okay, good morning and a Happy New Year. John Kerry, your Inspector General. Just a review again. My office is an independent office that was set up that we provide oversight to our county government, the 39 municipalities in the county, Solid Waste Authority, and Children's Services Council. We do audits, we're talking about audits, we do investigations and contract oversight. The only thing I'd like to say today is we just recently published our annual report for last year. It's on our website, If you just put in Google or in your search engine, Palm Beach County Inspector General, you can review everything we did last year. I have hard copies. This is the first hard copy. I'll make sure. Do you have a library? I'm sure probably over here. We'll get a. Do you have a library or something?
We
like
do
that?
have a library.
Okay.
I would suggest if you have hard copy, because many of our folks do not have computers. You know, let's say about 300 to start
Yeah,
with,
That's
over
a lot.
at the UCO office.
Okay, we'll get some over here. They're in print right now. A couple highlights what we did. Everybody's seen in the news Riviera Beach, some things going on there. We're doing an audit of Riviera Beach right now. Last year we did an investigation that you probably saw on the news where we found that the city council members who are getting $750 a month, the highest in the county, one of the highest in the state, to drive their own vehicles around, were also, some of those were coming in, bringing their vehicle and then getting a city vehicle to drive around. And now if you're getting money for your private car, we said you probably shouldn't be coming in and parking it and using a city vehicle to do that also. So a number of things we found there. We audited last year Palmtran, who's coming out here, and they came out pretty good. But again, what we're doing, we're guarding your taxpayers' dollars to make sure that they're spent right. And we're on the search for any fraud, waste, and abuse in government and bringing that to light. And we work very closely with the state attorney's office. So again, I appreciate your support. We're here to, again, support you, to guard our taxpayers' dollars, and to promote accountability, integrity, and transparency in government. Thank you very much. Thank you.
John, just one point on the public vehicles being used. Does that include the PBSO prowl cars? Because
No.
usually studies show that there is some value to having those prowl cars parked in the various residential neighborhoods.
Correct. No, that was not involved. We're not over the sheriff's department, number one.
All right.
But number two, these were just the council members who were getting, just the top council members who were getting dollars for their vehicles, their private vehicles, to use them but yet coming in and parking the car and using the city vehicle. Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Now, I'm gonna go with the cards we have. If we don't have your card, we'll kind of pick you up at the end. I gotta look at this with a magnifier. Oh, Mike, representing the property appraiser, Mike Pratt. Tell Dorothy
morning.
we'd like to see her once in a while.
We're going to get her over here next month. That's
All
right. Hi, everybody. I want to wish you all a happy New Year. The Palm Beach County Property Appraiser's Office was here yesterday, and we're going to be here 2 more times before the end of the filing period for 2018. We'll be here February 1st, in the day before this meeting, in the breezeway here behind security. And we'll be here again. The very last day of filing for homestead exemption is March 1st. So any new residents, new people that are in your associations, in your buildings, let them know. We come out here every month, and we want to take care of you, get your homestead exemption, and have a great new year. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. And now Democratic candidate for County Commission, District 2, for Paulette's seat, George Weiss. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Craig Weiss. What do you got
Good
here?
morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is Greg Weiss, and I'm running for the County Commission District 2. And I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year on this cold day. I mentioned to somebody else as I was coming in here this morning, I normally try and park my car in the shade here in South Florida. Today, I was looking for a nice bright spot in the sun to park the car, so when I leave here, it'll be nice and warm, and I hope your homes are warm as well. I am running for County Commission District 2. I'm running because I want to make a difference and help improve the lives of you and all the rest of the residents here in Palm Beach County. My wife and I have lived here in West Palm Beach in District 2 for almost 15 years. And I've been involved in the community. Some of you may know me from some of my volunteer work, but for those that don't, some of the things that I do, I volunteer with the City of West Palm Beach with their police department. I'm the captain and commander of the Citizens Observer Patrol in the City of West Palm Beach. I'm also the president of the West Palm Beach Police Foundation, where we raise money for our police department, our police officers. I was very fortunate last month. I received the endorsement of some of our first responders. So Fire Rescue, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue Union has endorsed my campaign, so I'm very pleased to share that with you this morning. And also to share with you, I have received the endorsement of our Congresswoman Lois Frankel last month, so I'll share that with you as well. But my work in the past was involved with technology. I came from the tech sector. I spent almost 30 years in management in the tech sector. And I think it's that experience that differentiates me from some of the other folks that are running for this position and actually differentiates me from some of our current county commissioners. I've got a business background, and that's what I believe I'll bring to the county commission. But I think what's most important and what most differentiates me is my commitment to this community. I have spent the last 15 years working in our community to help make this a better place for everybody. My priorities as county commissioner would be, of course, making sure everybody has a decent and affordable place to live, to protect our environment, to manage our growth, and to ensure that we have job opportunities for everybody to help improve their lives. So I will continue to come and visit you at your meeting. I don't want to take too much time this morning with you, but I hope I have an opportunity to speak with you one-on-one at some point in time. And I look forward to that, and I look forward to earning your support and your vote in August 28th of 2018. So thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you, and have a very happy new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Many of you remember Mike McAuliffe. He was state attorney a few years back. I never knew what happened to him. He just disappeared. Well, Mike is back, and Mike is not with us today. I suspect he'll be here next month, perhaps. But representing him, and we'll give her a few minutes, 3 maximum, is his daughter, who I hope will tell us her name. Sydney? Okay. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name's Sydney McAuliffe. I'm here with my sister, Madison McAuliffe. She's right in the back. We're here on behalf of our father, Michael McAuliffe. He's running for circuit court judge. I just wanted to say my father is a highly qualified candidate. He's had a legal profession that has spanned over 30 years. He started off his career in Washington, D.C. at the Department of Justice. He has been a federal prosecutor. He's been state attorney of Palm Beach County. So not only has he worked in the private and public sector, but he's a community leader, and he's the most qualified candidate. And my sister and I can attest he's a really great guy. So just remember Michael McAuliffe for circuit court judge, and thank you guys so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Running for circuit court judge, Maxine Cheeseman. Come on down.
Should win a prize or something. Hi, my name is Maxine Cheeseman. I wish you all a happy new year. I'm running for circuit court judge, group 18. I have one opponent currently. They're not here today. I know you've seen a lot of candidates today, but you haven't seen my opponent. My background is a little bit different from most of the judicial candidates. I was a scientist in my former year, and I worked with the Water Management District as a manager for about 15 years. I said I had a midlife crisis. Probably all been through that. But I actually pursued my passion, which was law. So I went to Nova and I did my law degree, and I left the district and I started my own law firm. I've been in public service for over 30 years, and I went into private practice, and I wanted to continue my work with the community. I've done a lot of pro bono work because I believe that that's where, people always need representation. Now, don't all run to me. I'm not doing every pro bono that comes to me now, because I do have to make a living because it's a private practice. Anyway, I've decided to run for circuit court judge. This is actually my second attempt. I ran against Jamie Goodman, and I know you all voted for Jamie, so I'll forgive you. But he's my friend, so it's okay. Anyway, I'm running for circuit court judge. I hope you will consider me. I've passed out cards. I'll bring some more if you need it. I will be here very often, so you'll get to know me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful year.
Well, thank you, Maxine. Hold on. Scott Kerner. Not sure what he's running for. Tell us what you're running for.
You got it. Good morning, everyone. Scott Kerner here.
A little closer to the mic.
May I take it off?
Yes.
All right. A little more comfortable. Scott Kerner here, running for Circuit Court Judge, Palm Beach County. I want to thank everyone. First, I want to thank the board for the time here, allowing me to speak and introduce myself, the membership. Wish everyone a happy new year. I have a question. Anyone here in Palm Beach County in 1979? Raise your hand, please. Anyone? Okay. Does anyone remember August 31st, 1979, when Hurricane David hit Palm Beach County, Florida?
Yes.
Okay. Let me introduce myself. I am a product of Hurricane David. I was born here in Palm Beach County, August 31st, 1979, Good Samaritan Hospital. The point is, I am one of the few natives here in Palm Beach County. I'm also a product of the public school system. I went to Santa Lucia's High School very long ago. I'm actually 38 now. Raising a family. I have a 2-year-old daughter. My wife and I currently live in Lake Worth. After high school, I thought I wanted to leave home. I got being a little candid here, maybe I shouldn't. And I left home to go to New York, and I wanted to see the big city and the big lights. So I went to college at State University in New York at Binghamton. Any New Yorkers here?
Binghamton.
Now, does anyone know if I got the New York experience at Binghamton?
No.
No, I did not. However, I did get a very good education there. I got my master's degree as well in English. Then I came back home, realized I wanted to be back home with the family, with the folks, and the community. Went to law school at St. Thomas University, which is in Miami. Still paying those student loans off. I've been practicing law 10 years. I'm a litigation attorney, represent hospitals, I represent the injured, auto accidents. However, I have a variety of different legal perspectives that I've seen in the past 10 years. Don't want to take up too much time. Thank you, everyone. No matter who you vote for, vote on August. Just exercise your right to vote. Yeah. And thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. And now running for County Court Judge, Lloyd Cometer.
Good morning, everyone, and I want to thank the board for allowing me to speak today, and I hope everyone had a happy and safe holiday and staying warm, and your relatives up in the Northeast are staying warm. My name is Lloyd Cometer, and I'm running for County Court Judge. All these other judicial candidates you heard from this morning are running for Circuit Court. I'm running for County Court, which is anything from $0 to $15,000 on the civil side, and on the criminal side, it's anything up to a year in jail. So that's the County Court division. My judge in that seat now is retiring, so I'm not running against a sitting judge. Been practicing law for a little over 26 years here, all in South Florida. Moved down here in 1967. Most of my practice is on the civil side, where I do a lot of landlord-tenant litigation, a lot of small claims litigation, county court work, in addition to the circuit court work, where I got a case right now where there's been a judgment entered for about $864,000. So I do the big stuff and I do the small stuff, but my passion lies in the county court division. Back in 2010, I ran for county court judge. I put my name in for 3 different county court judicial openings that were going to be filled by the governor, and I'm proud and honored that I was nominated 3 different times for 3 different county court openings. I volunteer in the county court division doing mediations in the small claims division as well as the landlord-tenant cases. On the criminal side, I volunteered my time doing mediations in restitution hearings in the county court division. That's where my passion lies. That's where I want to stay. My wife, Meryl, is a physical therapist by license. We've been married for a little over 23 years. She works at Hollywood Memorial Regional Hospital down in Hollywood, where she is the administrator for the rehab hospital. And she's also the assistant, or I should guess the administrator, for the home health division down in Hollywood. My son, Chad, is a 4th year in college in Boston. He's a licensed EMT, where he rides the ambulance taking care of the people in the Boston area. My middle daughter, Alyssa, she's at Tulane University, and she volunteers with the special needs kids, and that's where her passion lies, with working with kids who have special needs. My youngest is a senior in high school, and she volunteers on Friday nights working with a special needs dance class. So in my family, we like to work with the public. My passion lies in county court. I would love your vote. Again, it's August 2018. It's a nonpartisan race, countywide, so everyone gets to vote regardless of your party affiliation. Thank you, and have a good day.
Thank you, Lloyd. I understand that we have a representative from the ballpark whose name escapes me, but I think she'll tell you all who she is.
Hello, my
Take
name
us
is...
out to the ball game.
Should I sing? My name is Danielle Kenny. I am with the ballpark of the Palm Beaches, right down the street here, Haverhill. We are home to the World Series champion Houston Astros and the NL East Division champs Washington Nationals. We have 3 days during the season this year that we have planned for Century Village to come out. The first one is going to be Monday, February 26th. It's a 1 p.m. game. It's the New York Mets at Houston Astros. We have some special pricing on that day. It's going to be our